You're listening to Career Ready, and I'm Coach K. Getting you ready for your corporate career. Communication is classified as an essential soft skill, not only in our personal but professional capacity as well, because without it, we wouldn't be able to interact with or transfer information to one another. There is so much that involves communication as a skill that we will certainly not cover it all this week, but I will do my best to summarize the important bits that you need to know as you start and work towards having a successful career. First thing you need to know is that communication can be classified as verbal and nonverbal. Verbal communication is said to only constitute 7% of all communication, and it includes all the ways that you can communicate vocally using your words to express yourself. While the remaining 93% of our communication is nonverbal, with 38% of that being how you use your voice, your tone, and your inflection, and 55% of that being your body language. Good communication skills tops the list of essential soft skills required by more than 80% of recruiters and hiring managers, because effective communication directly results in a productive and healthy working environment, which can determine whether or not a company reaches its mission and their bottom line. So why is this the case? What are the actual benefits of effective communication? Before we get into it, I want you to think about all the elements I'm about to discuss as a cycle instead of a list. The first element is improved knowledge sharing. When there's effective communication, there will be open sharing of information and knowledge, which is essential if you want to avoid the silo working environment. The second element is better relationship building. You can build better relationships with team members or interdepartmental members when there's effective knowledge sharing. The third is efficient productivity. When everyone has the information they need or knows where to obtain it without relative complications, it increases employee productivity and output, which has a direct effect on the company's bottom line, but also on employee engagement and satisfaction. The fourth element is increased customer satisfaction and retention. When employees are happy, satisfied, and are willing ambassadors of an organization, it is almost contagious, and this has a direct impact on how customers interact with and engage with the brand of the organization. And the last element is strong company culture. Can you imagine then what happens to a culture of an organization when all these elements work together? Yes, it develops and builds a naturally strong company culture. You will see far less staff turnover, but rather a lot more promotions and career development. You will notice that everyone engages rather well with one another and works towards a common goal. Effective communication creates harmony. Now that you know why recruiters and hiring managers would be keen to hire someone with good communication skills, this then should give you some idea of the kind of experience and achievements you need to be highlighting in your personal branding material like your CV. Finally, for today, I want you to start thinking about how you will be expected to use your communication skills in the workplace. Quickly take this time to write down 3 ways you think you'll be expected to communicate. Okay, are you ready? You will be expected to use communication across multiple mediums and even bounce between verbal and nonverbal communication in the workplace using the following 3 ways. Number 1 is face-to-face conversation. You just can't run away from a good old-fashioned conversation, whether in person or virtually in the form of meetings, team gatherings, town halls, or Q&A sessions. The second way is through written communication, like report writing or more commonly, email communication. You will be expected to learn or know how to draft professional reports and emails that are clear, concise, and provide the vital information required to action an instruction, a request, or simply provides feedback. And lastly, telephonic communication. It's really funny, but in some corporate environments, you know that things are getting a bit tense and urgent when a phone call needs to be made. A phone call is usually an indication that email communication is not effective in communicating the action or results required. But in a healthy working environment, it's just good practice to call instead of email or call an entire formal meeting. That's it from me today. Thank you so much for joining. You can continue the conversation with me on LinkedIn by following my hashtag QM Career Coaching or on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well at Hello Coach K. Or if you prefer, you can send me an email at info@hellocoachk.com. See you next time.